Big Safe.
Fat Man Scoop, Brooklyn Clan. What's up, y'all? This is Fat Man Scoop. And right now, you watching the sensei, the number one, the king, my dude, Big Brando. He taught me, personally, me, Fat Man Scoop. All you gotta do is keep your mouth closed and your ears open. Listen to the man talk. That's knowledge personified right there. And I wouldn't trust nobody else but my dude, Big Brando. And I said it. Fat Man Scoop, Big Brando. Let's go.
What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today let's talk about having a plan B and plan C for your business. Now, this was a really cool question and comment that I got, and I really respected it because I knew exactly where they were coming from. And the question read, I have a client that I'm doing 16 t-shirts for. Just last night, they asked me for 4 more t-shirts, and I agreed because I didn't want to lose the sale, but now I'm having a hard time finding more t-shirts because I don't have enough time to order them. And this is something that a lot of people run into, whether you're doing contract printing and you're printing a bunch of t-shirts for people, or if you're doing one-off jobs and just doing custom orders for people. This question and this request comes up a lot, and a lot of times the customer doesn't know exactly what they want from the beginning, or what the customer does is they come to you and say, hey, I need a dozen t-shirts made, this is the time that I need them by, and you're like, all right, cool. And then a few days later they're like, hey, you know what, I told my friends about these t-shirts and now I have like 6 more to add to that order. You can do one of two things. You can say, yeah, that's cool, I could get that done for you, or you could say, hey, you know what, tough luck, you're gonna have to order those 6 separately. I can't get them on the same order. You have to figure out how you want to operate. There's no right or wrong answer here, because if you can't deliver on those extra 6 t-shirts, it's very, very important for you to say, no, I can't deliver on that, but I can deliver on the original shirts that you ordered, because you don't want to get jammed up and you also don't want to lead the customer on. But if you can deliver on that, it's cool for you to say, yeah, you know what, I could do that for you, and educate your customer on why it's better to actually know exactly how many t-shirts you want from the very beginning. You could also let them know that you're going to charge them a premium because now you have to rush order some t-shirts, and put the ball in their court. Maybe sometimes they'll say, well, you know what, maybe I don't need those extra 6 t-shirts, or they say, yeah, that's fine, I'll pay the extra money. But that way, when they come back in the future, they know that if they come back with a very, very last minute request, or they want to change the quantity, that it does come with a higher premium. So as most of you guys know, I use all style t-shirts. Those are the t-shirts that I keep in stock in my shop. Those are the t-shirts I use for my own personal brands. Those are the t-shirts that I usually offer any customer, whether I'm contract printing and doing 700,000 t-shirts for somebody, or if I'm doing a custom one-off t-shirt and I'm just doing 1 or 2 shirts. My go-to shirt that I offer customers will always be all style. Here's why. Here in Los Angeles, we have things called the t-shirt warehouse. We have indoor swap meets, and we have liquor stores. All of these places sell all style t-shirts. They also sell pro clubs, and that's why I use pro club also with my customers, but they also sell all style. And usually all styles are like 3 for $10, 4 for $10. There's some kind of weird bundle sell on all style t-shirts, but this is one of the main reasons why I use them, is because they are accessible to myself. I don't just have to order them online. I usually do when I order directly from All Style. Most of you guys know this, Gildan owns All Style. If you wanted to order All Style directly from them, you set up an account with Gildan, and then they find the nearest All Style warehouse to you and set your account up. So for myself, All Styles in Riverside County or Jurupa Valley or whatever it's called. There's also a warehouse in Reno, Nevada. And most of the time, I'm getting next day shipping. So if I have a big order coming in, that's how I order the t-shirts, right? But let's say the customer comes back and the customer's like, hey man, I need you to throw in an extra dozen t-shirts or something. Here's the sizes I need. Here's the colors I need. Let's say this happens on a Friday or maybe a Saturday, and I'm delivering the t-shirts on a Monday, and it's a very last minute request, and it's too late for me to order to get them next day. I know I have a few other options on where to buy t-shirts from. I could go to downtown LA to the fashion district and then pick up t-shirts in bulk there. If it's a few t-shirts that I need, maybe this is a Sunday, I could go to the indoor swap meet. I could go to the t-shirt warehouse, pay retail for the shirt, but still get the job out. These are my plan B's and plan C's. Plan B, go to downtown LA, pick up t-shirts in bulk, depending how many I need. A lot of times in downtown LA or in the fashion district, they operate by the dozen. So you need to buy a dozen of the same color, same size, same brand. So let's say I needed an extra 2 dozen, maybe dozen extra large and a dozen XX. I would go to downtown LA, pick them up in bulk. Plan C is if I had to pay retail for them, I'm going directly to the swap meet, t-shirt warehouse, or the liquor store to find the colors and sizes that I need. All this takes is a little bit of driving around, and in your local area. Find out who's selling blank t-shirts. A lot of times these blank t-shirts are where they sell hospital scrubs or like the nurses scrubs. They sell uniforms like school uniforms and uniforms for construction workers, uniforms for, like I said, medical field workers. They sell socks, underwear, stuff like that. Around here, they're called T-shirt warehouse, or they have different crazy names, but that's basically what it is. They sell Dickies, they sell blank t-shirts, socks, hats, all that stuff. Here in Los Angeles, they're everywhere. Every city has them, and almost every city has an indoor swap meet that also has a bunch of vendors that sell blank t-shirts. Having these Plan Bs and Plan Cs help you out. Your customer doesn't need to know where the t-shirts are coming from. Your customer only cares about the finished product. That's it. Same goes for vinyl. A lot of times I'll get like a very rare color request that I don't keep in stock. I keep the bare minimum vinyl on hand: white, black, red, blue, yellow. But sometimes somebody might come with something and is like, I want something that's like Tiffany blue. And I don't need 5 or 10 yards of Tiffany blue because this is a very, very specific color. I know where I can go to buy vinyl by the yard, maybe in specific colors. Here in Los Angeles, I could go to McLogan or I could go to Printer Supply Warehouse, and they just shut down the Long Beach one. But if I needed to, the other one I think is in like Ontario or something, somewhere out that way. But McLogan is here in downtown LA, right by the Fashion District, and there's also one in Orange County. These are places that I can go to and buy vinyl by the yard off of a 15 or 20 inch roll. You guys already know that I always keep EconoTransfer on hand. But sometimes I can't place an EconoTransfer order if it's something that needs to be turned around in a day or two. And I'm not going to pay for vinyl and shipping for a color that I'm only going to use maybe 18 inches of. So it's easier for me to just go buy certain colors. Or let's say I run out of white or yellow or black. I can go to McLogan or Printer Supply Warehouse and just buy more white or black. I prefer using EconoTransfer, but in a pinch, if I can't get my hands on EconoTransfer, I need to make sure that I have a backup plan to pick up vinyl in a pinch. So if you find yourself in this same situation, sometimes you might place the order for t-shirts and you order exactly the amount that you need. Maybe the customer says, hey, I need 2 dozen t-shirts. You place the order, you get 2 dozen t-shirts in. What I like to do is I order a little bit extra because of spillage. And if I don't use the extra that I order, I keep them on the rack just to have on hand. I do this a lot. The reason I do this is because we make mistakes. User error happens all the time. Or the customer comes back and says, hey, can you throw in another XX? Luckily, I bought another XX. So I have them here and I could get it done. So let's say if I have 2 dozen t-shirts in various sizes, sometimes I'll order 1 extra in whatever size. There's always going to be like the more popular size, like maybe they order more larges than mediums or extra larges. Then I'll throw in like 2 extra larges in the order just in case. But for myself, it's always knowing in the back of my head on any given day where I can buy supplies from. If I need blank t-shirts, I know I could go to downtown LA. I know I can go to my local t-shirt warehouse or indoor swap meet or liquor store if I'm in a pinch. If I offered something like Next Level or Bella Canvas or any of these other t-shirts that I can't get my hands on easily, it's very hard for myself to replace shirts that I mess up on or take on extra requests from the customer because I can't get my hands on the stuff that fast. So that's why I never offer those types of t-shirts. I know a lot of people prefer that style of t-shirt, but for myself, I offer All Style and Pro Club because I know I could get All Style and Pro Club wherever I needed to in a pinch. Because it would suck if you did, like, let's say some Bella Canvas shirts and then you messed up on a few and then you had to go to like your local Michael's or Hobby Lobby and pick up like some Gildans or something. So now half of the order is on Bella Canvas and then a few other t-shirts are Gildan. The inconsistency there is going to be crazy, and then you got to explain that to your actual client. So for myself, if I mess up a few all-style t-shirts, I know I could go to the swap meet, buy a few all-style t-shirts to replace the ones I messed up on. The customer doesn't need to know all the details of what happened to the order. All they care about is the finished product. See what I mean? So hopefully you have Plan B and a Plan C for everything that you use, t-shirts, vinyl, whatever it is. I do the same thing with transfers. You guys know I use Supacolor. You guys know I use Transfer Express. But in a pinch, I know who I could go to for a quick turnaround. For big bulk orders, I know who I could go to for the cheapest pricing. I have a list of different transfer companies that I keep on hand just in case. So that way I don't limit myself to just using one certain thing. I have a backup for the backup for the backup. Plan B, plan C, plan D to save my own ass. See what I mean? That's how it works out. So if you haven't did this already, highly recommend knowing where you could source t-shirts from in a pinch, in an emergency. You messed up on some shirts, where can you pick up more shirts from? Even if you have to pay retail for them, know exactly where to go to get that job out the door. Same goes for vinyl. If you just order your vinyl online, source some local places around you where you could buy vinyl. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive to buy it in person and a lot cheaper to buy it online, but in a pinch, if you really needed to get a job out, know exactly where you could go to pay for something retail to get you out of that jam. If this information right here helped you out, let me know in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.